Okay, we should be live here, and it's not showing up yet on this thing. I'm gonna turn my volume down so that we're not listening to that and notifications and all that good stuff. And hopefully it'll come up on the screen there. It's usually behind like a minute or two, and well, I've had the Fat Bob on the battery charger for like 2 days. It's a trickle charger maintenance thing because I was going to do a review on this bike, and I've had it for going on 2 years. I have more than one motorcycle, so it's only got 3,400 miles on it. This is the one that I wrecked. Me and this bike hit a tree. That was not fun. It spent 8 months being repaired. While I was being repaired, I nearly lost my leg, and I wasn't ready to ride again anyways until they finally got it ready. They had to do like a down bike and get a part and all that stuff, but they got it ready. And I was going to do a review on this bike, but the battery was dead, and the battery is about 2 years old, so we know what that means in terms of batteries and what have you. And let me check my message thing here. Chat filter, all messages. So if you're out there, leave a comment, let me know you're there. The batteries seem to only last about 2 years anymore. Yeah, I need gloves too, if you can see that. These have lasted over 2 years. These are like 2.5 years old. And they're, what was that? Cortec. I think I got them from Honda. Really good gloves, by the way. So hey, sponsor me something, I don't care. But they're actually really good gloves. But the battery was dead on my bike, and I couldn't do the review. I may do a little bit of a review on this thing. I may not. I don't know. I'm mainly just test riding it, and I have a check engine light now where I did not have a check engine light before. It's running. I got it to start. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I think I'm gonna have to take it to Harley, have them look at it. It's got too much computer stuff on it for me to jack with too much on this bike. I can do some things, but when it comes to that, they're going to look at it unless I find a blown fuse or something. If it's a fuse, I can handle it. If it's not, I mean, I don't have the battery light or any of that stuff on, but it's running now, and it wasn't running before. And some of the things I was going to go over in the review would be like the front tire, which you get used to the front tire and you don't even think about it being so wide. You get on another bike, you're like, whoa, that's a skinny front tire. Because at a certain point, you're going to be in a long sweeping curve, and you're just going to be rolling on the throttle, and you're going to be having a blast. And that's just how this bike is. Are you going to be hitting real tight twisties? Probably not. I mean, it'll do it, not at the speeds of some bikes, but it'll do it. This is more hitting some open roads by the house and some long sweeping curves and pushing it down in the corner and rolling on the throttle and rolling out of the curve and just locking that throttle wide open. That's what this bike is good for. And you're probably not going to kill yourself because you're only going to do like 130, 140 maybe. You know, well, yeah, that'll kill you too. But I mean, it's not, you're not on a Hayabusa, you're on a Harley. If I forgot to mention, this is a 2022 Harley-Davidson Fat Bob. And with all the construction here, I do have to watch for gravel. I hadn't had this bike out in about 2 months. It did get cold. It's like 50 degrees. And this is Texas. This is Gulf Coast, Texas. So, and now it's playing through my Cardo. So that is wonderful. So I can turn that down. That's up. Let me turn it down. That should be down. Okay. That's too much. Too much to do while you're riding. So if you can hear it, I'm sorry. I don't want to get run over. But anyways, I'm just test riding the bike. That's all I'm really doing at the moment, is test riding the bike. There we go, that works better. So I'm not going real fast. I'm not going crazy with it or anything like that. And I'm wondering why I have a check engine light. That's kind of getting to me. I don't know if that's because of the battery or not. If any of y'all have like soft tail Harleys, M8 Harleys, that sort of thing, you've dealt with battery issues and then got a check engine light after leaving it on a charger, hey, let me know. What was your problem? Maybe something I can look at. No, this is just small town Texas. Gonna turn on a street up here. I'm not getting too far from the house. I'm just kind of checking it out. Riding around, checking it out. If you have any questions when I stop, I'll look at the chat, leave a thing in there. I didn't plan this, so I don't know how many people will watch it live. I just set it to go live because, well, that's what I do, and I don't like editing. And my tires are cold. It's not a bad bike though. I like it. I think if you're going to take a longer trip on it, you need to have the bars up a little bit higher. This is great for not going far from the house, running around, hitting a few curves, opening it up, having fun, having a smile on your face because you're on a Harley-Davidson. That's what this bike is good for. You could take a trip on it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. And I would suggest you do some modifications before you do. Like, I'd put some risers on it, maybe some T-bars, or maybe some mini apes or something. But I'd probably go with T-bars. It's got the drag bars on it right now. As far as the seat goes, I would get a more comfortable seat. The stock seat isn't bad around town, but you're not going to want to go 300, 400, 500 miles away on this stock seat. That's just, no. You can handle a few hours on it, and that's about it. It's set up for 2-up riding, but you better have a skinny girlfriend. You know, you ain't fitting my corn-fed ass on the back of this thing. That's just not happening. Now, if you're skinny and you can scoot up and all that kind of stuff, maybe. But yeah, there's not much room back there. I think the 2-up thing is an aspiration, not really a reality. Who's up there? That bearded guy. Hello, how are you doing? So yeah, that back seat back there is really, I guess, put a backpack, lean against it. That's what it's good for. The pegs back there, I would put your feet back like I'm doing right now on the rear pegs, lean forward, stretch your back out, and that's about what they're good for. That is honestly about all those pegs are good for, because you're not going to be riding with somebody back there. The headlight, I actually love it. I know some people hate the headlight on the Fat Bob, but it provides just awesome light at nighttime. I love it. For what it is, honestly, I wish they'd put this kind of light in the other bikes from the factory, and I'm not the only one. I mean, they need some better stock headlights. Reach out there and see something, you know. And let me see. He says, doing great. How's me and the family? Me, good. I barely passed my physical today. I kind of didn't, and then I passed. So I had to fix something for my DOT physical. I was about to lose my mind. Got to call up Harley-Davidson Financial Services and say I can't make my payment anymore. I lost my job. But I managed to figure out a way to pass it, so I still have a job. So I still have Harleys. And a house and a car and everything else. You know, the American way. In debt, in hot, in something. Living way beyond our means. Ain't that all of us? Most of us. Leastways. But I don't picture this as a bike you're really going to take on a long trip. I would take it if my other bike was in the shop to go 540 miles to my sister's house to go see her. I would put a better seat on it. In fact, if the seat will fit on my other bike on this one, I would put it on here. I would put something else but what this bike has on it to go that far. If you're going 200-300 miles, okay, not too bad. I've been on some longer trips like with my riding group, and yeah, the seat is brutal. The tire takes a little getting used to, but once you're used to it, you don't even think about it anymore. I like the way it looks. It does do good on gravel roads. Dirt roads, gravel roads. That's about all this tire is really that great for. It sucks in the rain. Yeah, they suck in the rain. But gravel roads, something like that, they're pretty good. Now, gravel on top of a hard road, like you find all through here, I haven't found a tire that's really good with that. You just gotta watch for it. Spinning wheel. DOT checkups. Yeah, I know. Reading my comments there. But I'm not getting too far from home, so I don't know what that light's for. I think when I get home next weekend, I'm riding this to the dealership and I'm dropping it off and having them check it out. I'm going to call them tomorrow. They're pretty good when you can get a hold of them as far as talking to them. They're kind of busy though, so sometimes it's better just to go in person. Got a pretty good group of guys over there and ladies. But yeah, it's the tires they put on it stock, they suck. What does that say, spinning wheel? Is that what's on the feed? It's just spinning. Well, I have the whole thing that I'll release later. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm gonna pull off up here. We're gonna check it out. But I can't do that here. Looks like it cut me off. Oh, the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel of death. I may have to try again. I'll start it up again up here. I don't know if you can still hear me, but we will find out. I don't know if I'm broadcasting. I don't know what I'm doing. Main thing I don't want to do is stall it, because I don't know if I can start it. There we go. Am I still recording? I don't know. Let's see if it picks back up. Okay, this is take 2. I'm not going to go much further. We shall see what it does. Now it's going. Now I gotta change it. Hold on. That bearded guy, hello, thanks for rejoining the chat there. I'm probably gonna put these two together in an actual video. But anyways, if you're going on a long trip, you can take this bike with some modifications. I'd put a better seat on it. I'd raise the handlebars up, have it nice and comfortable. Kind of like where you can sit back like this. You can put your arms up like this. You can lean against your backpack. You can put your feet out here and you can be comfortable, you know? As is, it's awesome for around town. It's an awesome little bar hopper. It's awesome to go with your riding group 100, 200 miles away and go eat lunch somewhere. You know, something like that. But that's really about it. And it's starting to play through my ear again. I do not want it playing through my ear. Let me turn it down. There we go. See if I can get lost. The exhaust on this bike, I actually like the exhaust. You're probably going to want slip-ons on it. But by the time you hit around 3,000 miles on it, the exhaust starts to sound better. Like you can hear this one right now as I'm taking off. It's a little better than the Harley sewing machine sound they have on all of their stock bikes. You can listen to some of my videos when I'm getting on it. And when you're getting on it, it sounds even better. But if you really want it to sound good, you're going to at least put slip-ons on it. I don't know if I'd put a 2-in-1. This bike does good with just a swing arm bag and go. I got a handlebar bag, a swing arm bag. I don't even have the right swing arm bag on this bike. And it works for my purposes. Like I said, you're not setting this up. I mean, there is a couple of people, they've put like trunks on them and that sort of thing. And that's cool. But you're not doing that and touring across the country on this bike. You could. It's just not one I'd choose. I'd take my lowrider. Oh, hell yes. This one, no. Not without a lot more work done to it. You can take your lowrider as it comes and pretty much go somewhere on it. You got your bags, you can put some stuff in. It's a little more comfortable ride. You're still going to change the seat though, even on the lowrider. The seat on the lowrider sucks. I got a sundowner on mine. Like I said, I'm not getting carried away with it. I'm just making a loop. All I'm doing, making the loop. I think that's a resort over there. It's not too far from me. People have parties and stuff over there. RV park, resort. Little tiny homes you can rent for the weekend. Yeah, the retreat. Camping, resort, whatever. The fishing spot I like up here. But anyways, the exhaust, I wouldn't even worry about going 2-in-1 or any of that stuff. I'd put some slip-ons on it and I'd be happy with that. There is a guy out there that races one of these, and look up Fat Bob Gaps Everyone. But I think he's got like a stage 2 and all that stuff on it. If you're going to go that far with it, yeah, okay. But if not, if you're just going to be riding around, having fun, leave it alone or put some slip-ons on it and you'll be fine. I will say, put bars on it. Like I got the mustache bars up here. If you have another place to put your feet, and then of course if you drop it or something like that, there's at least something there. They might have actually helped save my leg when I had my accident. I mean, I ended up keeping my leg, but I nearly lost it, so that's a whole nother story. I'm on the right road. Oh yeah, I believe I am. If not, oh well. It's probably skipping in and out on the thing with the signal. Like I said, I'm going to put this all together later. But I like the motorcycle. Would I tour on it? Probably not. It's a little soft tail that's fun. Is it a commuter? I'd commute on it. And it's kind of expensive for a commuter bike. It'll do the job. But this bike, where I think it excels, is just finding you a curve not far from the house, going for a Sunday ride, Saturday ride, and just rolling on the throttle, pushing it down, and having a blast. It looks, you know, kind of military, kind of badass. It's low, it's heavy. The weight is down low, so it's very stable. You know, the mirrors are another thing you're going to want to change out when you get them, unless you just like looking at your forearms. Put some long stems on it. You raise your bar up, turn them upside down. And Memphis Shades has an awesome fairing to go on the front end. You got that little club style thing going on. They got their Warrior fairing you can put on the front of it. If you're going to put a windshield on it, I'd put that on it rather than the little snap-on thing that Harley has. Looks way better. I still may put that one on here, but haven't had the funds to do it. It's not that expensive either. It's just I have other things to spend my money on. Nobody does 35 through there. Are you insane? But I do like the motorcycle. And if you're looking for, you know, a good bar hopper, a good bike just to take out for a Sunday ride, you're not really interested in riding across the country on it, you just want to go blow off some steam on the weekend, this is an awesome bike. I mean, is the wife still going to be mad at you when you get home? Yeah, she's probably going to be madder. Are you going to care? Hell no. Why? You just hopped off a Harley. That's kind of more what it's about. If you're wanting to make trips to Sturgis and Laconia and all that every year and pack everything up, this might not be the bike unless you live close. You're wanting to go moto camping and all that kind of shit, if it's close, but it's not ideal. If you want a Harley for that, I get the Pan American. You actually get off-road. This will go off-road a little bit, but it's not the ideal bike for it. This is mainly Sunday evening, Monday morning, Monday evening, whatever your day off is, Saturday. Go hit some roads not far from home and have a little fun. Roll on the throttle, push it right, push it left. That's just what it's good for. Paul's out there. Dr. Harley's there too. Awesome. How you doing? Maybe you can tell me what's wrong with my bike. This thing's about 2 years old. I've been riding the other bike and I went to take it out of the garage. I was going to do a review on it and it wouldn't start. The battery's dead. I put it on the trickle charger and now it'll start, but I've got a check engine light. Literally a check engine light. Thank you for all the mud in the road. I'm probably going to make the loop again and come back around. But yeah, if you look down there, a check engine light. So I don't know if I should just pull the battery out, take it to Harley and see if that's the problem or if it's got another issue. Maybe it's not charging, which is also why I'm not going too damn far from the house. And yeah, the stream will kind of come and go a little bit depending on where I'm at, because I'm live streaming and it's kind of a peak hour to be live streaming, so I may lose it a little bit. And I will put this video together with the other one. I hate this little groove in the road right here. But anyways, if you want to buy one of these and you're just wanting something to have some fun on the weekends with, roll the throttle. It's great. It's awesome. You don't really need to do anything to it. It's got an M8 114. You can build it up. You don't have to. For most people, I think that's going to be fine. Leave it like it is. Want to race it, build it up like that. Dude, seriously, look up Fat Bob Gaps Everyone. You'll see the guy's bike. He's got a YouTube channel. I Can't remember his name. He's got an awesome bike. I think he's got a stage 2 on it. And he's like smoking people. I believe he beat the Sportster S that was there that day too. Him and that bike were the top 2 there at the drag strip that day. Here we go. If you're still there, Dr. Harley, you can give me a what you think or what have you. Because now I gotta check engine light. Or I can hit you up later on the internet or something. But I'm mainly test riding. Hopefully she's smart enough not to call back. Hopefully. Gotta be careful here. These are rednecks. I gotta turn this down again. You know, she could check to see if I'm live streaming before she calls. But she's not going to. These guys will run you over. Anybody still there? Anyone still watching? That light hasn't got away, so I'm probably going home. I'll do my actual review when I get it back from Harley, because what I'm wanting is to kind of do a 2-year review on the bike. And if you have any thoughts of anything you want to know about the motorcycle, since I've had it for a while, obviously, you know, let me know on Discord, let me know in the comments of the video if there's something you would like to know about it. I'm having a battery issue right now, either battery or a charging issue, I don't know which. I don't have the time to check it out. I can get the gauges and everything out, but I gotta head to Michigan in a few hours and get some sleep. I'm gonna be getting up about 2 a.m. Got a load of clothes on. I gotta pack everything and all that good shit. If anyone's still there, leave a comment. Let me know. Edward Espinoza, how are you doing? You are awesome. Thank you for commenting. But I think it's gonna go to Harley. Huffman ISD, Huffman Elementary School. That's where my kids went to school. That's where George Foreman's kids went to school. Parent-teacher day, you see George Foreman stick his head out in the hallway. Yeah, that's one of my neighbors. Down the road a ways though. Building new subdivisions. All this was just woods. None of that was here when I moved in. Same story all across the country. Like I said, this is a test ride. Kind of working some of my thoughts out too. It's not dying on me. What I'll probably do in the morning is see if it'll still start up. I'm gonna leave it off the charger tonight. And well, it won't be off the charger long, but it'd be a good test. Wake my neighbors up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even taking it to work. Yeah, I don't think the suspension on this bike is good for a long trip either. It is a bar hopper. It is a fun bike. It is a fun bike. But anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go if you're still watching. Like I said, this is just a test ride, testing everything out. Hadn't used my equipment in a while, not since really the rally anyways, so make sure all my equipment works. And hopefully I'll be able to figure out what's going on with my bike when I get back home. I'm gonna pull in over here. The dollar store. The meth head capital of small town America. They walk up here all the time. Meth is a terrible drug, but it is. Anyways, I don't know how good the video or any of that is at the moment. If y'all can hear me, I'm gonna come back later. Wish you still had a bike. New York Outcast, how are you doing? Dr. Harley, Edward Espinoza, that bearded guy, thank you all for watching. This is a test ride. I'm not shutting the bike off. And Dr. Harley, if you're still watching, I put it on the trickle charger for actually a couple days. That's like one of the little maintenance charger things. And the one that Harley sells. And I got it to start. And now I have this light. I don't know why. And it's not the battery light. It's the check engine light. So I don't know. Should I take the battery out and take it to Harley? Should I take the whole bike to Harley? I have no idea. I'll call him tomorrow. Ride safe. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Outcast. But I'm going to go ahead and end this chat, and I'm going to call Amy because she's called me twice. She's probably wanting to go eat somewhere. Today has been very, very stressful. Dealing with my DOT physical. Maybe charger, who knows. Yeah, these, they charged it. That's another reason I took it for a ride. Is they charge differently than a car, and you need to ride them around to actually get them charged up good. And there's a couple of things there. But I might be just running off of battery power at the moment, so I'm not going to stay gone for too long. And I'm going to go ahead and call her. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put these two videos together and make another video out of them, and you can watch the whole thing all the way through if you want for later. And I might make some shorts out of them. I don't know. I haven't done any video in a little while. I've been too busy. I'm doing a run from Houston to Michigan and back. Well, Houston up by Saginaw, Midland, Michigan and back. It's a pretty hard run, but I need the money. And it takes up most of my week. So, possibly, I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not going to shut it off till I get home. That's definitely not happening. Could be. I'm thinking, I got that problem with words, head injuries and the words. But there's another part that I'm thinking of, the word's not coming to mind. It could possibly be, if it's not the battery itself. But I'm going to check the fuses. If it's not the fuses, it's going to Harley. But I will catch y'all later. I'm going to go ahead and end the chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I need to call her and see what she's doing. So I will catch y'all later. Bye.